FPX. Sentinels.
Getting a little bit of noise here. He's dropped the Hunt, he's dropped the Prowler, a lot of noise B, but it's actually the first kill going the way of FPX towards A.
You can't do anything about that.
No, not at all. Berlin still causing problems. Hasn't taken a lick of damage. Now he's taking a step back, but Autumn is on the prowl. He's on the flank. He's behind him. As Berlin once again, one bullet, one kill. All members of Sentinel starting to crumble, starting to fall apart. This pistol seems to be going the way of the defense. I mean, they're completely surrounded, Dre. They've got every single corner with threat. FPX gets the first. Prowler's out. It's going to push Life off the line with a Guardian. But he's just able to take just a little bit of a step back to reinforce position. Now with heals being dug in, they're going to have to deal with what Sentinels are doing. Zekken and Tens are getting a couple, but again, the superior weaponry out from the defensive side continues to cause problems. John QT and Zelsis, the only two that remain. Yeah, they got the spike down. I mean, Zelsis has a molly, John has a spit. There might be a shot at this. I just don't know if there's going to be enough delay.
Super tough. I mean, that molly does delay for quite a bit, but that Omen Paranoia was too strong. Young cleans it up, but honestly, a very nice approach from Sentinels. So
Young's moving. He's on the hunt. Sasi looked like he was a bit asleep at the wheel for a second there.
Yeah, he definitely got caught sleeping at the wheel right there. Maybe looking at the mini-map, but it's a walk down. Oh my goodness.
What in the world was that? That was so fast.
Nasty stuff. A lot of players there just go for the double outlaw, but the switch to the headhunter, it's instantaneous.
I had bad flashbacks of like the chamber meta.
Oh, 100%.
And so now Sentinels off of that, it seemed like they made a little bit of noise. A, again, trying to threaten the opposite side of the map, but now quick rotate back B. You've got Lysor who's here. You still have a Trip that's currently down. But the wall goes up, utility through, Zekken trying to find some space off the satchel, 13 seconds left. They're gonna have to get there very quickly. Lysor's gonna get another. I don't know that there's a way for John to do this. There's no time.
It's done. They will have another buy. I mean, these shots were crazy. But yeah, so there is another buy right now from Sentinels. Very interesting. 3 Bulldogs on the field. And an ult play, that's why.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of this round, the success of the round is being hinged upon whether or not they can find value with the Thrash. Young's been detained, tries jumping around to save his life and cannot as Zekken gets 2 on the round. They've got the sight. They should be able to get the spike down.
And that's upgrades now too. No one here to thwart the plant. Lil bro will get it, that spike planted.
Spike planted.
And it's going to be a late flank from Autumn. Do the rest of the members of FPX try to go first here? Try to make a distraction, allow him to find a timing.
Yeah, with his ult, maybe. That's a tough thing you're going to have to deal with. Tens is holding the line, too.
Wow.
Zekken's got 3 on the round. Lysor had no shot there. And what do you do in a situation like that? Autumn on the second swing will not find success. Life's doing his best to keep this round going their way, and he cannot. Sentinels are on the board. They're starting to dance around this push and pull of dealing with the aggression, dealing with the firepower of Sentinels while also maintaining the space.
Right now, Autumn, he's so worried that there could be somebody in showers, but there's nobody there. Sentinels are playing all A short, all market area.
Again, the op will be a difficult thing to try to retake around it. The spike has been going off for a little while here. That Dizzy tagged, what, 3?
Haunt doesn't quite connect on anybody there.
If they can't alleviate some of the shower's U-Haul pressure, it's going to be a problem. There's still one there. Tens, beautiful timing. Ion's left to his own devices. And there's no way you survive in a situation like that.
And this is a different type of SEN.
Worked out.
So risky.
Take a look at the purchase for FPX here. 2 rifles. And a couple of sheriffs. Heavy lean towards A. Again, Lysor is being asked and being called upon to hold B on his own.
Yeah, these last couple rounds that SEN have won, FPX have had a stack on the wrong site. Lysor should call for his team now that this will be a hookah crunch.
They're trapped in there. There's no real easy way out. Reinforcements have to arrive. I mean, they have the superior weaponry, and there they go.
Whoa.
All of the other guns arriving at just the right time. barring a kill from Autumn, this will be a flawless round from Sentinels to tie us up at 3. I want to mention very quickly, Autumn has another op online. I think this is the second or third time we haven't seen any value with it. Meanwhile, the dump onto A is ridiculous. You've got the Nightfall, you've got the Orbital Strike, you've got everything thrown towards the site. Berlin will ultimately fall as well, and I mean, we're what, 20 seconds into the round and it's done. I mean, it's a save.
Yeah, it was.
Zelsis is close by.
What a shot.
An elbow is all it took.
Yeah, that first jiggle.
And then, honestly, that was such a bold swing out from Autumn, too. He was past the point of his TP at that point.
I mean, you got to make something happen, right? With that operator, him just sitting back in passive angles was not working for them in the last couple of rounds. Oh, it's picks across the board right now.
This is tough, man. This throws the attack into such a tizzy. If you're not finding success on either side of the map, you're thrown into plan C, plan D of your approach.
And you have no smokes on the field right now. Berlin took a little bit to get there, but he gets the kill. Life, he might get a third into this round. But it's Berlin to clean it all up.
He's going to have a lot more to deal with here. Berlin is with him. They just had a Prowler clear out showers.
There it is. Push him back, and now you can overwhelm.
If they want to commit to it. And it seems like that's exactly what they're going to do. What a shot out from Autumn. Staying alive through the decay and through the damage and aggressively checking into another.
I mean, an absolute madman, and he gets punished for it, though. Zelsis not falling for any of those shenanigans.
Oh, it stings so down. All members from FPX rotating back towards A. And Sentinels have cut noise.
Launching smoke.
And only one smoke to work with, and they decide to smoke off U-Haul, and that might be detrimental to them.
Yeah, almost getting punished up from heaven. That second smoke causing a little bit of problems. As Berlin still had an angle to play around. Look at the health bars on the members of Sentinels. They're so weak.
Yeah. But Tens, he picked up that operator. He might be able to work something with this, work some magic. Some of that
30
Tens
seconds
magic.
This smoke is interesting too. It gives them passage out if they decide that they want to flip the map, but hanging on for now. 20 seconds left in the round. A little bit of presence in U-Haul. You've got Zelsis who's starting to creep forward. Fretting on the plant. That's not the right one. Time is running short. That shot will connect, but with 10 seconds left, how much more can you do? Can you buy enough time for the spike to go down? No.
Yeah. The entry into these sites, knowing that you have to go against these operators. Life! Holding down showers on his own. A 2-for-1, you'll take that any day.
He almost got 3.
Zelsis was able to see that smoke come, but oh my gosh, iYoung and Berlin. Little in and out, and it's Tens all alone. Berlin. Little in and out, and it's Tens all alone.
This round and the last couple of rounds, to be honest, this Tens is, as you mentioned, in a 1v4 or borderline. Sentinels seem to have chosen the right site.
30 seconds left.
Most definitely. It's all up to Life here. I don't know if he can anchor this alone. Oh, he might find the timing. Oh, he gets spotted.
Again, the only smoke has been invested. The flash is so pretty. Life gets another 2.
Spike planted.
And an Omen ultimate committed.
He was alone.
Tens wasn't ready for that. I don't think they heard that at all.
I mean, Berlin TP'd into that. You're absolutely right. He was so far ahead of everything else. Now Zelsis is left in a 1v3, able to find the first. The peek onto the second will not connect. The defuse comes through as FPX will get another.
Just absolute madmen in the server. Like,
and the chamber ult used right at the very beginning. Berlin with Goop in face has to take a step back. This is so bold.
Oh, what a punish.
So reckless. Life with 3 on the round, and Berlin cleans it up. Position. He was for the longest. I mean, he's still back in spawn, waiting for any noise, waiting to be as reactive as he can be, as quickly as he can be, because this is very decisive out from FPX.
Oh, what a fade eye.
It was perfect. John's getting online. Zekin on the swing out, trying to find a little bit more as iYoung has crept back sight. Him and Berlin, those two in tandem, just pushing their way forward, trying to mow over Sentinels, and it's Autumn who cleans things up. Seconds left alone, he's trying to tuck down 22 HP, and someone over the top, he's gone behind him! Zekin with the 3K in the round for Sentinels.
Going into the next round, you don't really have much to work with, I feel like. Great molly.
Very nice indeed. Autumn just continues to
He's
find
unreal.
success, man. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he keeps getting away with it.
Just chamber things, man.
One enemy remaining.
And
Spike
so,
down,
a
B.
weapon upgraded for Berlin, who's now got the Bulldog in hand and left in a 1v3.
Oh, he's getting ran at.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It's 1 or 2 members, but I think they can send it, and then they go through TP. They head back towards showers.
Yep, and the problem here is if Autumn doesn't win this 1v1, it gets thwarted.
And that's exactly what happened. So now they, what, do they try to reinvest back towards B?
I think they have to full commit. The spike is all the way up base short. Saucy, he's just gonna delay right now.
Things have been thrown into disarray. I thought Life was going to try to get out. If he dies, yeah, that's a spike. That's a problem.
Down A.
He's so smart.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Dre. If that kill goes the way of FPX and Showers, they have so many things at their disposal.
Yeah.
But that goes down, you've lost Showers control, and then the spike is in this awkward, like, well, do I go up A? Do I TP back B? Or are you guys going to come to us?
Yep.
What's the play?
And I get it. I know Autumn's feeling himself right now. He wants to take that 1v1.
Yeah,
But
sure.
all the way through. In spot. Oh, Celsius, he read him like a book somehow. That's so rough.
Yeah, very clean shots. Berlin wasn't able to do anything there. You know, we saw this a lot when FPX played against Heretics. They invest into Ion. It doesn't really matter who it is that has the hot hand or what it is that's going on. If there's a hero rifle, be it the Guardian or the Vandal, whatever it is, it often goes into his hands, and that's the case here. There are 2 members out towards A. Zelsis the only one close by. If he gets cleaned up, that's an open sight. Stays alive so far. The Molly to buy a little bit of time as 2 reinforcements. Again, the 2 remaining members of Sentinels trying to get over as quickly as they can.
Down A.
1 for 1. There's not a lot of time here. He's going to have to win those out on his own, and he cannot.
3 members here, though, from Sentinels.
That Nightfall's really good. That's going to tag a lot of members. Berlin's already dead.
Yeah, free spam kill.
I mean, Life went out to get info, but his teammates crumbled around him.
Yeah. I mean, no chance, really. Just spam across the board.
I mean, look at where the spike is. It's out. There's no way for them to recover it.
Center looking so good right now.
Yeah, but this also feels like a plan that...
Center looking so good right now.
Yeah, but this also feels like a plan that was poorly executed on the side of FPX.
I mean, sometimes it's just rough. I mean, Jordan Zelsis, he's had so many smoke kills so far. Oh, what a shot. Oh, he almost connected onto that one, but Tens. He'll clean it up along with Zekin, the 1-2 punch. Yeah, this contact style has just not been working for them so far. I mean, look, another just
Spike down
dry
A.
walk into the crosshairs that are trained on them from Sentinel.
And Zekin's able to tuck back in and stay alive. Pops back out with his ult, not going to connect onto anything, but this delay is just so difficult to navigate. I mean, they've barely made it out of short at this point. They haven't really gotten U-Haul. They haven't really gotten a ton of space at all.
And if you look at the ultimates, there's still so many online and available for Sentinels. Look at that. Life is done.
He's cooked. He was tethered, fried. He's done. You were mentioning a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah, and Sentinels, they're comfortable with this for that reason. There
Crash.
comes the crunch. Oh, it's slowed.
There comes the thrash. There comes the crunch that you mentioned. And yeah, with the alarm bot at his feet. Slowed, sure, but it's really just delaying the inevitable.
Oh my gosh, and the jiggle as well from Zelsis. He spotted all 3 members there. It's just easy pick'ems for John QT.
3 on the round for the leader. Sasi's gonna clean up the last. Sentinels will get to 11. But what can they do about him?
Yeah, this is tough.
I mean, he's like a trap that's been laid. And it's almost like you know he's there. It's like itching in the back of your mind, but you can't really do anything about it. It's all going to be on timing. Meanwhile, Young falls. Zelsis on the swing, and now the threat has been realized. Lysor falls, 3v3. Op still in the hands of Autumn, but Berlin not around for long. Meanwhile, Life only has 10 HP. John on the tap. The shot's not going to connect. Zelsis still playing up in hookah. Finally dealt with. Finally dropped! But it's a Moroccan miracle! Do you see Life TPs, sends his TP out towards A, and then ults, and then takes the TP. Look at how far back he is. They just dropped a smoke back there. He could pop out on the other side of it. That was the play. A really cool exec from FPX, but only 1 kill found. Sentinel shutting the door on them again.
It's just so chaotic. It's a flood. Sentinels are feeling it. They can taste it.
Just one member left,
down, B.
and it's all on Berlin in a 1v2. The spam's coming through, 25 HP, too many targets to deal.
Surely know that there's somebody close by.
They have to know.
I'm
Well, he's dead now. John and Zekin getting a couple openers. Now they can turn their attention over towards Tree. The spike has been going off for a little bit, but it's all been so decisive. And look, they're going to crunch. Sassy trying to deal with the first, and unfortunately he cannot. Zekin gets in on it though with the Sheriff in hand. John's going to stick the defuse all the way, and there's nothing that can stop him. Sentinels get the pistol.
But it's not over yet. It's going to be an A default. Zekin needs to get out of dodge quickly. And it's Berlin on the breach who's the forefront. I mean, you can't prep for that.
Again, another spam kill. As Berlin waltzes into his death as well.
SEN have got to be one of the scariest teams to play when they are feeling it. Whoa. Autumn's so good at chamber. I guess this is why they decided to just slap him on it on this map. Spike should get planted because of that entry.
Ion committing to it. Now going to be 2 pips away from having his ult online.
Yeah. And he's got 3 more in the chamber right now. Autumn might be able to finesse this round. He gets caught lacking. Saucy going absolutely nuclear right now in the back of sight. Cleans it up.
Swing, man.
It's got to be a 1 pump. There it is.
Oh, they could deal with the anticipation any longer. Look at all of this Killjoy utility set up towards C.
Yeah, and look at all the space that Ten's got after getting that kill. He has all of A. Look at how many members of Sentinels are here.
The Thrash now invested. A little bit of space found. Zelsys will get caught. There's not enough help that'll save you there. Lysar now getting a little bit of high ground repositioning though. The spike not committed yet. Tens is starting to rotate over. Doesn't have a paranoia. Tap of the door. It's all just a threat.
Yeah, all just fake, faint pressure right now. He's going to wrap all the way around as well. There's no trips up. He might catch these players lacking.
Ayong is ready for it.
Oh, he sees a barrel in the main.
Not able to land the first shots. And remember, there is more than just this threat here. It's more than just Berlin. Can the rest of Sentinels take space on the site? Well, all of this is happening out towards Mound. If Tens can buy some time, if he continue to be eye candy, there's a shot at this. But FPX manage every single threat so well. Second dance to the Thrash. Zekin's left alone in a 1v3. Berlin's weak, but that spike has been going off for a little while. I don't know if there's enough time for this.
And Lysor, who had a really rough map. Ooh, nice pick from Autumn. Wait, he's not stopping. They're not stopping life with the follow-up.
Tens is here by himself. Now John QT is joining the fray, but Tens peppered, finally put down. And yeah, sure, FPX has a couple of weak members as well, but...
What an A fight.
Yeah.
That's with no duelist on top of it. I mean, it's almost impossible to get out of that choke. So he had the schmooze on C site in the previous round. This time around, he's sitting at 8 HP, but that paranoia got some value. Lysor. He's not sitting too healthy. 30 HP to his name.
And Tens is in such a good spot. Zekin smoked off, but you're still going to have to do with Tens.
It's too easy.
Falling, and now Saucy has arrived.
It just looked too easy right there.
More than even on other maps.
And especially when you don't have a duelist.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you want to go for this A execute, who's going to close the gap?
Well, 2 bits of util, but they're pretty early off of that. You've got the Nightfall and the Paranoia and Tens and Saucy holding the line, but Berlin on the counterpunch, cleaning up a couple of his own. Maybe a little bit of room to breathe here for the attack.
30 seconds left.
Right now, Autumn needs to drop that spike to Berlin, have him plant while he covers for free. Right now, there's no smokes on the field for Sentinels, right? That orb isn't anywhere near A site.
Yeah.
So this could be a really good post-plant opportunity. The time is running down low here. And Zekin still has that nade. I mean, he might be able to delay this. This nade is going to be perfect. The cleanup on John as well.
Autumn's now been left on his own with an op in hand trying to Rambo his way through it, and he just can't.
Because he doesn't need to peek anything here. Oh, that's a really good breach. C right there. Doesn't get the turret still, though, so still info. Gained right now for Zelsys, and he's just going to play backside right now. Ooh, that flash connect.
Tens has his ult if he wants to rotate over very quickly, or John can just mow him over. There it is, the ult invested, and he arrives to see Zelsys holding the line on C.
Hard mode.
They might try to NB here. They've got to smoke Well,
Spike down B.
forget the smoke.
It's round over. 30 seconds left.
And they don't have money. You're right. They have to save here.
Oh, wait.
They might try to go for this. 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
Berlin will fall. They're going to try to get out towards tree, but Tens is here. Playing just up on the other side of this smoke. I guess they're going to wait for it to go down and then trust the numbers that they have. There it is. What a beautiful reposition out from Tens. A flawless round from Sentinels.
Pretty hard. It's an uphill battle, to say the least. Good. Autumn does have 8 bullets of the Headhunter, and we've seen how crisp he is with that. So they just need an entry. They need some type of first blood. But I think an Operator versus a Chamber Headhunter, I think the Op wins that.
It should.
We'll see when this smoke fades.
That's the other thing, as we think about some of the adjustments that have played out in this map, think about, there's the Op winning,
Yep.
by the way. You think about how hellbent Sentinels were in controlling A main at the beginning of the rounds with the dumpy utility, and it feels like the night and day difference has been so clear.
Well, I think they realized that they could just play in the back of sight because there's no duelist.
Exactly. They don't have to take these fights. They can play ahead of it. You see both Omen's trying to TP ahead of the utility, and Tens is getting the best of Lysor. Sasi on the swing, he's gonna find another. Not able to connect onto the third, but now 4v2. Make that a 4v1. Life with the Stinger. They're just not giving them these fights anymore. That feels like the biggest difference. Now John was on the swing, he's gonna get punished for it. Zekin manages to find safe passage with Op in hand. A second dip in. Boom. I thought he was gonna hit him, and that would have been devastating. The nade's not gonna feel good. The pit invested. He's got to stay alive here.
Yeah, but they're all stuck. They're all corralled here. Oh, just now we see Life taking more aggressive space in CT.
What do they have to pound? Zekin has his Roomba. And Tenzos has full utility, but an Op trying to get into a pit in a situation like that, it's all hands on Zekin, and he just cannot. I mean, a random bullet connecting. And FPX alleviates some of this pressure, finally finding a round. Back to the old tried and true. You've got the suck, you've got the nade. And now Zekin's fishing for more. That rocket's not going to connect.
It doesn't connect, but it's all space gathered. And again, Zelsis is just jiggling C. He's rarely gotten a fight here. At every single time he's been jiggling like this, Sen have known that they end A.
Zekin might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah,
he has one
needs to be
satchel.
very careful here.
Slight little sidestep. It's him against the world right now.
That's another nade.
That nade is really nice, but he's got nowhere to go. Plucked out of the sky. I thought he was going to find safety.
Almost.
But Life puts him down, and now tap of the door as they turn their attention towards A. Meanwhile, Zels is still jiggling that angle. Sasi's got his ult online. And it's going to connect onto what, 2?
He gets a lot of info with that and is able to reposition onto site.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of time left in the round.
Yeah, there is, but there's no movement from the side of FPX. They're still deciding to end here, and Life just gets taken out for free. It's a freebie.
So A doesn't work for a couple of tries.
30 seconds left.
And I guess maybe they think they can find some better fortune towards B. Yeah, but look at Zels's positioning.
positioned so well, exactly. The turret's gonna, oh, wait, what's going on right now? Must be a glitch.
Oh, I think it's just out of the cone, just out of the cone.
But he still gets info regardless here.
10
And a
seconds
ping.
left.
Maybe they know. They understand he might be front B.
It seems like they do.
Oh, Autumn's not
Zels is
looking.
buying his time. Sasi joins him for the kill. And that's another one for Sentinels. A bit more aggression towards A. This feels almost identical to what we saw in the previous round.
It just feels like FPX have just run into a wall. And they want to make this A fight work so badly. It's just not working for them.
I mean, they just dropped a Paranoia all the way out towards Broken Door.
With a one-way as well. Oh, Celsius gets an orb off of that!
He's going to have his ult. There it is. There's really no way to clear it out either.
And this is so awkward right now for FPX. That ultimate, it's so unconventional.
Sasi with a big fight here. If Life gives him the swing, and now he certainly won't. Now with the threat of that on the other side of the wall.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary if you're Life right now.
The smoke on the other side. I mean, look at his position. There's literally no room to breathe. Lysor and Autumn, the only two that remain in a 2v4. Zekin's going to be the first to try to get onto the tap. Lysor falls. Zekin's going to stick it the whole way. No resistance. A 9-3 dominant half out for Sentinels.
Yo, this Sentinels is fired up. They're back in form, Doug.
I just don't really know. Yeah, this comp, whatever it is, it's all going the way of Sentinels right now. Berlin's by himself here. One spotted. He may be overstaying his welcome. I mean, there's no way you stand to that. They're so decisive on this hit. As soon as the shoulder was spotted, Zekin was satcheling into his face.
And he's already here, close and personal. He can't connect, though.
Really nice shots out from Life.
Last player standing.
And it's leaving Zelsis on his own.
Swarm grenade out.
He's got light armor. And the spike was planted through all that. He's got line
Stop,
up,
stop.
bro.
And he's gonna, no way he's gonna flank all the way around. This Molly will buy enough time for it, but he needs to be very careful here. I just don't think it's a very interesting play. Oh, the tap, it might work in his favor.
It's gonna buy a little bit of time. Now Lysaur's gotten it to half.
And he's gonna, no way he's gonna flank all the way around. This Molly will buy enough time for it, but he needs to be very careful here. I just don't think it's a very interesting play. Oh, the tap, it might work in his favor.
It's gonna buy a little bit of time. Now Lysaur's gotten it to half. Automat's been spotted, not able to connect the shots. He's got to spam into the smoke, and he can't connect.
Maybe dropping your weaker weapons, that's it.
Zekin's got a shorty.
Ooh.
And 2 satchels.
Okay.
I didn't think they'd commit onto it there.
All right.
Doing a really good job of weathering some of this pressure.
He's so cold under pressure. You're 100% correct.
And they're going to continue to push him, or at least attempt to. As Life gets another on the round. The remaining members of Sentinels trying to do their very best to stay up, but Autumn gets 4. Well, the spam not finding a kill.
Life, that was a very risky play.
Berlin's getting a little cheeky here as well.
It's just individual heroics that are trying to happen, but this Sentinels, this version of Sentinels, with the way that they're playing, it's together. They're playing as a unit. It's going to be very hard, especially if you don't have an escape. I could see if it's Autumn, because he can TP out.
Sure, but your Breach doesn't have that same
or
level
Viper,
of mobility.
Yeah, or Viper, yeah. It's tough to get out of dodge.
So they do have a couple of weapons here. They're going to attempt, or at least, I don't even know that Autumn can really get in. He's been tagged, he's been spotted, he's been dealt with.
Oh my goodness.
Another kill through smokes. Sentinels will get to 10.
Top of this game, it's like they're competing with one another, but Autumn gets really far ahead of that.
That's why the duo was put together. This is what was, this is what was imagined when these two got put together. Zekin popping the ult, clearing so much space towards C. Look at how far back Berlin has had to run away.
It's a free spike planet as well. There is a lot of utility, though, for this retake. Saucy is sitting on that Fade ultimate, though. This could be very deadly for the side of FPX. And the Q is just going to be the Killjoy utility.
Yeah, it's such an aggressive alarm bot.
Look at these mollies. There's 2 mollies pre-placed. This is a crazy post plant from Sentinels.
The paranoia is out. There's the first. The molly pop. The alarm bot's going to get some info. FPX haven't really gained very much space other than what they already had. Lysaur's the only one who's now further up. With a little bit of help, Berlin's able to get the best of Celsius. Keep an eye on what members are still back towards Mound. You've got Zekin who's running amok on the site. Berlin's almost getting the defuse. Gets it to half, but now, oh my gosh! What in the world was that? Oh, but it wasn't enough! It seems like, given all the noise the Sentinels have shown, given the spams towards B, the smokes that went up, it gave FPX a little bit of time to adjust and to rotate over, but they may need more than that.
Rough.
They definitely need more than that. Shot settled for 10s. That's 3 on the round for him.
It's just the training range.
Tries to duck, but Berlin finally cleans him up. Autumn and Berlin, the only 2 that remain. And Autumn is so concerned about a late flank coming in from B, and for good reason. Zels is spamming onto the first. There's really no way in. This is such a heartbreaking way for things to close out for FPX.
Yeah, Life definitely should have had that kill on the 10s. And 10s ended up getting 3 more because of it.
The Rolling Thunder causing so much havoc. There's no crunch coming in from the other side, but it might not matter as Ion's able to get 2. They've lost control of the spike. Sentinels have been thrown asunder, but 10s has his ult. able to scoop that thing up, and now it's a mad dash towards A. A mad dash towards Autumn with the op. Does the Viper wall go back up? Does John have enough gas? There it is, now coming back.
A lack of communication on FPX. They should have told Autumn that the Omen ultimate was committed to grab the spike, but he was worried the whole time that he was getting flanked.
Autumn not able to find the first shot. You mentioned how good he's been under pressure, and there's all of it building up to him now, and he crumbles underneath it. Ten's committing to getting the spike down. The Thrash invested. Ion trying to find anything that he can. They've got a numbers advantage here. Can they convert this into a round win? Can they keep their year alive? Utility over the spike as FPX now pushing their way forward. Zealous is holding line, only able to find one though. As Ten's on the spam, connecting onto the second with John QT over his shoulder. A 2v2. Spike ticking away, time is short. Can John do it on his own? He's gotten it down to one. The spam, pre-connecting, and it will be the Red Bull clutch for John QT. Sen City stays alive as they take down FPX.
What a comeback.
Operations, a team that seemed to have figured out their struggles while still seemingly so strong on what got them to this point. But they just fall apart in front of Sen City, and there's a lot of reason to be excited. And I want to mention John QT there because honestly, in my opinion, when Sentinels have looked their best, it's when John is fragging as well. Because you know what you're going to get from Second, you know what you're going to get from Tens. I mean, you know all the other pieces are going to deliver.
Yeah.
But when they've been at their best,